Somebody from my school community has asked me, hey Pat, why can't I do a single arm dead hang? I can hold a normal dead hang with both hands for 40 seconds, but for some reason I can't hold it for 2 seconds on a single arm. And in this video, I'm going to break down all the different drills that you can use to build up the strength and endurance, especially in your forearms, so that way you're going to be able to hold the single arm dead hang. The single arm dead hang is literally a unilateral exercise, right? You're working on one side at a single time. It's not a bilateral where you're working on both sides. So we're gonna have to use a specific drill that's gonna help you to get used to being in that territory of holding the dead hang with one arm. Starting off with the alternating dead hang. Essentially, we are going to jump on the bar, grip on them at about shoulder width apart with our thumbs wrapped under and around the bar. What we will do is, whilst keeping our feet together, we're gonna slowly release the grip of one hand whilst maintaining a firm grip on the other. Drop your hand down towards the ground for a split second, and then we're gonna alternate. So this is gonna create that split second where you're holding a dead hang for about 0.5 seconds to a second, or maybe even 2. And we're gonna do this for 4 to 6 reps for 3 sets. So work on both hands in a single side. So let's jump onto the bar. I'm going to slowly release my hand off with one and then bring it back towards the bar. Now I've got 2 grips, firm grip in both hands, and then I'm going to release with the other, and then we're going to come back, and that's 2 reps. So aim to do 3 to 6 reps on each arm and work on both sides in a single set. This is just going to take you to that unknown territory where you're forced to hold yourself with a single arm. So this is probably one of the most important exercises for you because it's really going to take you to that new territory. Moving on to the next exercise is the weighted dead hang. Now you've got a comfortable dead hang body weight. So how we take this further a notch is we're going to start adding extra resistance on top of your dead hangs just to really overload your forearm muscles to really build up the strength and endurance for you to be able to hold it with single arm. I've never really had to train for a single arm dead hang, but I just remember that I used to do a lot of weighted calisthenics at the start of my journey, from weighted pull-ups and weighted dips. And by adding that extra weight on top, it's actually gonna take your strength to the next level, because by now your muscles are forced to work harder than they should be. So then you have no way other than just to hold on to your dear life without letting go. So a good set of number to hold on, it's 20 to 30 seconds. And we're gonna choose a weight at around about 20% of your body weight to start off with, and holding that for 3 sets. And if you can really track this and apply progressive overload, because you can add, extra kilo or 1.5 kilos, and you can really track how stronger you've progressed, just adding more weight on top while holding the same amount of time. So let's say for today, I decided to do a 20 kg weighted dead hang. Next week, I might try 22.5 kg weighted dead hangs for 20 seconds for 3 sets. And that's how we're gonna then apply progressive overload. Obviously, we're gonna keep adding weight, but I'd recommend you to do that every 2 to 3 weeks or so, just for you to really not rush too fast and really give yourself enough time to be able to adapt to this new stimulus. Moving on to the third progression is the assisted single arm dead hang. Essentially, you're gonna find yourself a low bar. This is the low bar that I have in the back of my garden. I'm gonna grip onto the bar with one arm, using a pronated grip with my thumbs wrapped under and around the bar. Keeping my feet on the ground, I'm gonna spread them out a little bit just to distribute the weight a little bit more evenly. And then I'm gonna slowly bend my knees, let my weight drop down until my arms are in a full hang. And with my feet being on the ground, this is gonna take a little bit of load away from the working arms. Therefore, you're gonna be able to get that sensation of hanging on one arm. So aim to do about 5 to 10 seconds on each side and work on both sides in a single set. And you can really play about with it. So the more weight you put towards your feet, obviously the more easier it's gonna be for you to hold a single arm dead hang. Whereas if you start to really lift your toes off the ground a little bit more, then the single arm dead hang is gonna be a bit more intense and more challenging. So with this, aim for 5 to 10 seconds, and then gradually you go from both feet on the ground to perhaps 1 foot, and then eventually you'll be able to hold this single arm dead hang. And the fourth and final drill is the chin above the bar hold. Oftentimes we work a lot on the dynamics, so doing the actual pull-ups itself, that's the dynamic, but we are weak at isometrics. So doing the chin above bar hold is really going to force us to contract our biceps, our back muscles, and our forearm muscles to hold this chin above the bar position for a certain amount of time. So we can do this either in a pronated grip with my palms facing away from my face, or a supinated grip. I recommend you to work on both, and we obviously want to target every single aspect of the pull exercise itself. So the concentric will be the upward face, the eccentric would be the downward face. Now we're going to do the isometric, which is the static phase where we're creating tension in our muscles without it actually lengthening or shortening. So this is a great way to build up strength, and we're going to hold this for 10 to 20 seconds for 3 sets. And that is it for this one arm dead hang tutorial. I hope you guys found value from this. If you do, give us a like, comment down below what you think about this video, and if you'd like to work with me personally, well, I'll leave the link to my website where you can check out all the training packages down below. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video.